October was just beginning and it was warm enough. Although the leaves began to turn yellow and red, they fell a little in my understanding. The most beautiful time of the year is the only time I want to miss winter. Yes, these pictures, when everything is covered with fresh fluffy snowflakes, sometimes fascinating. But then, it's usually difficult to get somewhere because everything is covered in snow. Or rather, I don't like the cold at all. So I adore the first half of autumn, and meet too with some regret. Well, actually, it's already cold there. The leaves have already fallen, the trees are bare, it's getting dark early at work. I was often bored, not that I had nothing to do. But I couldn't do what was supposed to be honest. I graduated from the Faculty of Economics, and I was excellent at any analytical reports, graphs, tables. Yes, anything, but not attracting clients, but here in this large, serious bank, which is also part of the financial investment group of companies. I ended up, as I was still a student, not even a master's degree in the evening, but why did I need it in the client department? Yes, for now I had to at least somehow get hooked somewhere. I really hoped that I would be able to transfer to another department that suited me, and I hoped that my boss, the dean, would be like that to myself. In general, it's a decent man, married daughter Edward Petrovich, my colleague Dimka, who was planning his own career in this very client department, simply didn't stick to him. Well, how could Dimochka have been a promising waster of anything? But what am I actually gloating about? I'm jealous. Maybe not. It's impossible to envy Tom. Which doesn't attract you and never has attracted you, but he succeeded. He managed to dress with no income at all, where he, took money. Borrowed, probably in general, as he said, that yes, he was up to his ears in debt. But he was not one of those people who forget their money. He gave as much as he could, and always when he could get stuck with the boss. By the way, he became deputy chairman of the bank, but it wasn't just that. I knew for sure that he had a lot of serious connections. Well, it's worth it for him to just transfer me to another department. I prepared a lot of bullshit for him, but the reason to go into the office, try to talk about something, is what I need. Dimka was also waiting for him, but he was still not there, and was not grandfathered. But in general, he is clearly working. It's just that he has a job that looks like a movie day there, to talk and wave at himself. He had more than half the fat clients of the bank, so although he was not the owner of the bank, his position was more than serious, and his connections were serious. I turned around in every possible way, saying that I was always ready for anything. And what she's all about in general, he's married, and he didn't make any hints there. Well, it doesn't matter what they are all different for. Do you know situations? But damn, it's urgent to do something quickly. Paste a document there, draw another presentation. I had to run away for a sandwich without a normal line. In summary, the prospects are extremely vague. And this bank was something that Dimka needed a top chick, so to speak. And he and I had something, he told me about it. That it's big and somehow I wanted to check how big it is. I don't know. It's not that I'm so crazy about this male thing. It's just that I don't like to build a whole thing that doesn't exist anymore. Let it be that quite adult girls are embarrassed from the series. It was boring. It was sad to drink coffee with no one. And here Dimka with his chic offer. Something about him didn't add up as his girlfriend. I didn't go into details. Well, that is, I found out that there seems to be a girl, and the relationship seems to be somewhat strange, as if at a distance it was somehow episodic. But I didn't seem to plan anything, just tempted, and nothing supernatural. Even how uncomfortable, I don't know. Maybe I didn't appreciate that not everything was possible. If we talk about all types of sex, well, God forbid someone with it, they probably allowed themselves not to continue. Or maybe I decided that way. Why waste each other's time? Maybe I shouldn't have been tempted, but what happened was like this. Eddie, it's odd that you came here so late and locked yourself in your office. You can come in. Why was I preparing this report? My legs were tired. There was no one in the hall anymore. And I raised them to the table. I would have been too frivolous if there was someone, but there was no one. And Dimka, well, what did he not see there? No, my legs are just tired, I answered as neutrally as possible. He immediately remembered that he had such plans for today, what he was doing there in this office, how long to wait, but he himself seemed to ask. That's why I stayed late myself, like I wanted some kind of report. He needs him. But yes, to show the chairman of the bank how cool we work. But with the exception of me. But I turn on Dimka a lot. Wow. He calls me internally. Come in. Well, of course, I quickly headed to his office. I came in. The smell of alcohol. Something I don't like it anymore. Previously, he did not allow himself to have an office in his workplace. His spacious desk is closer to the window, but it seems to be against the wall. But I definitely pass neither at the entrance. I stand by the window. I like to look out this window. It is completely mirrored from floor to ceiling beauty, and the view is very beautiful. I put this report on his desk, pretending to look. He will look at me for something today. Everything is not so wow. He got up and went to me with a completely non-working interest in his eyes. Approaches and standing from behind immediately hugs Wow's chest between his legs as much as possible. Over the skirt, I'm wearing a gray suit, like an office suit, but not as tight. What kind of shamelessness is this? It's clear that I want something from him, and he understands it. But not to the same extent, or he is so drunk. And why did you constantly hover around me? Even your voice was drunk, but you hovered. It's possible, as he leans me onto the table and lifts up my skirt. I remain silent, afraid now a scandal will begin, or an accusation of something he's drunk. Refusal can be perceived very painfully if he has already gone to Arban, while joy at the fact that I am wearing stockings confidently, that he guessed stockings or tights, the panties also turned out to be taken off very quickly, and his penises quite quickly ended up inside me. And again I remained silent. Well, it seems like it's too late to talk about morality and the fact that he is married. Again, I'm glad that I got wet. And yes, the presence of a man excites me, of course, not just any presence. But he came over and grabbed my chest. Yes, that was enough. Do you think I'm a nymphomaniac? Yes, I don't think so. I'm completely in control of myself. Getting excited doesn't mean answering right away. Yes, it's just that for some reason, they didn't ask me now. And they usually ask, and how? This all happens normally. But there is a restaurant, an exhibition theater, but like everyone else, or something. And not always, you know. To me it sounds really cool. No, he's not like a match there or just wildly attractive. But a normal, decent-looking, well-groomed man in his mid-30s, as they say. Damn, well. In general, it's all completely unpleasant to me. Normal size, nothing like that, but I don't like that he's drunk. I try to avoid sex with a very drunk man. I can just turn around and leave if he's very drunk. He's married, but I wasn't going to get married either. It's just that they're too simple to transfer to another department. But it's a bit late to talk about it. But this is already Otis. He came into me, and only after that did he realize that even if he put on a fucking condom, God forbid, you would say that you were pregnant.